What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of The Station. This is Price, your host, and we're coming at you a little bit late this week, but that's all good. Basically, tonight I'm going to have, or whatever you're listening to, it could be in the daytime, so it could be today, whatever's applicable. All good. I have 3 trailers to talk to you about, as well as some other little tidbits today. One of them is a fantastic trailer. One of them is a really good trailer. And one of them is just terrible. Like, it's just a bad, awful trailer. We're going to get into why each of these 3 trailers is what it is. So, let's go ahead and get the one that's in the middle, the one that's really good. Let's get the really good trailer out of the way. And that really good trailer is for Kubo and the Two Strings, which is the new film by Studio Laika, which brought you Coraline, Paranorman, Box Trolls, which are movies I all really enjoyed. They're fun, and if you really like that stop-motion technique of animation, I think that those are movies, if you haven't seen, then you need to check those out. But their new movie, Kubo and the Two Strings, just released another trailer. It's got great voice talent. Matthew McConaughey's in it. It's just this huge, epic-looking adventure. Animation looks gorgeous. It just looks like a spectacle that I'm really wanting to watch. This is the one I'm going to talk about the least because, like I said, it's a really good trailer. It does give you a little bit more of the plot of the movie. It just looks like a gorgeous film. I can't wait to see it. I believe it comes out in August. So, yeah, and that's it about Kubo and the Two Strings. It's a really good trailer. You should watch it. Now we're going to get to the bad trailer. And that is for the new Ghostbusters reboot. Now, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people rant about this or talk about it. And let me be very clear, this is not because the cast is all female. I think that cast is fantastic. I think the director's great too. Paul Feig's great. Kristen Wiig's great. Leslie Jones, Kate McKinnon. I'm not the biggest Melissa McCarthy fan, but the other 3 I really enjoy. But so it's no problem with the fact that it's an all-female reboot. I think a better thing they could have done would to have it be like a 6-person team where there's men and women, but that's beside the point. But basically the way before I even saw that trailer, I heard some negative things about it, but I went in with an open mind. And it's just stale. I mean, it doesn't feel like Ghostbusters. The jokes don't land. The timing feels weird. The effects don't. I don't like the look of the effects. I guess, I don't know. And there's the opening scene of Kristen Wiig getting slimed, and it just feels, it doesn't feel like Ghostbusters. And that like they start the trailer off with like 30 years ago, 4 scientists, which is incorrect. Ernie Hudson did not play a scientist, but whatever. Saved New York, and now a new group's going to do it. So you're thinking, oh, it's a sequel. But it's not. It's a reboot. So why would you have that at the beginning? And then it does like the thing Jurassic World did, where it takes the theme song and it plays it really slow on the piano, which is stupid. And just none of the jokes were really that funny. I mean, I don't know, just the humor just didn't hit for me. It doesn't feel like Ghostbusters. I mean, the most Ghostbuster thing about it is you see a Slimer for like a second, which is great. Woo, Slimer, but it's just a terrible trailer. And the thing is, I really want to like this movie because I love the original Ghostbusters. It's a great movie. And, I mean, I really like this cast. I like the director. I mean, everything about this movie should be positive, but this trailer just made me really nervous for it because nothing about it hit for me. And then there's just this awful, the last scene of it is just Leslie Jones slapping Melissa McCarthy till a ghost comes out, and it's just not funny. It's stupid. I mean, this is Ghostbusters, people. Like, care a little bit about it. I mean, this is an important. To me, it's an important movie because it's funny because of how understated it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's a horror movie first, honestly. It's like an action or like adventure horror movie with like really funny elements in it. And this one, it didn't have even that slight creepy factor to it. It was just really forced jokes and, frankly, not very good CG animation. And just, ugh. It wasn't Ghostbusters. Like, it did not, nothing about that felt like Ghostbusters, except for, like, the very small amount of the theme song that played. But even then, ugh. And I want to like this movie. I really do. But I mean, come on. I'm hoping the second trailer is better because I mean, Ghostbusters is a property that you could make multiple cool Ghostbusters movies off of. I mean, this could be a really big franchise if they do it right. I just don't want them to screw Ghostbusters up because it's such a cool thing. And if you screw Ghostbusters up, that's like, I don't know, man. It's just a bad trailer. I mean, this movie could end up being great. You know, you can't judge everything by a trailer. I mean, there have been great movies with terrible trailers. There have been terrible movies with great trailers. Mainly the Transformers movies are the ones that come to mind. So, I mean, this movie could be great. You know, I'm going to go see it for sure. But, God, that trailer was just a terrible trailer. I mean, I watched it like twice, thinking maybe I missed something. Maybe I just didn't get it the first time. But, I mean, it's just bad. Like, I can't say anything about it besides the fact that it's just a bad trailer. Yeah. If you haven't watched it, though, I mean, I would say that it's worth watching for sure because, like, it's kind of nice to find something to be angry at in a way. I don't know. Go see it. You know, judge it for yourself. Obviously, that's what you should be doing anyway. But I personally just thought it was terrible. Anyway, time to get to the fantastic trailer, and that would be the trailer for the second trailer for Captain America: Civil War. Now, this is a movie that I'm excited for. I'm not terribly. I'm more excited for Batman versus Superman because this really isn't Batman versus Superman isn't something we have really gotten before, which is more exciting for me personally. You know, I'm a big DC Comics fan, so I mean, I'm more anticipatory for Batman v Superman, but Civil War I'm very intrigued by. I loved Captain America Winter Soldier. I still think that's probably one of the best Marvel movies. Actually, that, and I love the first Captain America. Captain America the First Avenger is also fantastic. So, I mean, I think that the Captain America so far has been the strongest franchise. I think even stronger than Iron Man, really, because, I mean, the first Iron Man is amazing, but I really don't like 2, and then I like 3, but anyway. So this is the third Captain America movie, but it's really more like Avengers 2.5, so it's kind of like, you know, it's a lot of characters and all this kind of stuff, which, you know, I'm sure they'll be able to balance it fine because they got the same directors back from Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, and I think they did a fantastic job. So I saw the first trailer, which came out about, I want to say 2 or 3 months ago, and it was a really great trailer. I really enjoyed it. You know, we see Black Panther, who looks awesome. I mean, it just looks like a great movie. Not to mention the last shot in the first trailer where, you know, Bucky and Cap are just beating up on Iron Man, and it's like all like in part of it's like in just this one like shot that's like outside, and just you kind of see both of them just kind of wailing on him, which was epic. But you know, I believe it was on Thursday. Marvel released the second trailer. And if you haven't seen it already, which I'm sure you have, the trailer itself is just as good as the first one. It's got strong action sequence, tells you a little bit more about the plot, kind of gives you more of the motivations of Tony's side, which I think they needed to do. You know, shows that the Avengers have been causing all this damage. There has to be a price for that, which I think is a interesting way to look at it, because in the Civil War comic, it's really just about secret identities more so than anything else, and that really isn't an issue in the movies because, like, no one really has a secret identity because they all kind of work for the government, but whatever. Anyway, it really does a good job setting up Tony's motivations. You get a little bit more shots of Black Panther still beating up Bucky, which is just, and there's this awesome sequence where he jumps off a car and then slashes the tire on Bucky's motorcycle. And it just looks so cool. And I know Charles, who's been on the show, is just really excited to see Black Panther, as am I. But Charles is a huge Black Panther fan. But anyway, the trailer itself is really good. I mean, it's a great trailer. It's well made. And all of a sudden, the title comes up at the end, and you're like, okay, that's it. And then you just hear Tony say something. He says Underoos, which is these Spider-Man pajamas they used to sell like back in the 80s or something. And then Spider-Man, or you see a web, I should say, grab Captain America's shield, does a flip, and then there's Spider-Man holding Captain America's shield, and his eyes change, and they're the classic like white eyes, and you're just like, what? Spider-Man just grabbed Captain America's shield, did an awesome flip, and you're kind of just going insane. You don't really take a time to really kind of look at it. And, yeah, the CG is not fully done. It didn't look finished, but, I mean, the costume's a great look. It's definitely trying to imitate that classic Steve Ditko, and then later kind of the John Romita Sr. look for Spider-Man, which is great, with the smaller eyes and the thicker black outline around it. And then, they also released high-res shots of Spider-Man, which it looks a lot more well done as far as the art, but I mean, obviously it's a still, which is going to look better than it in motion anyway. But, we can see that he has mechanical web shooters. The raised webbing that's been on his costume in the past movies is gone, which I'm fine with. He has a really small spider symbol on his chest, which is different. He's got the refill cartridges of it on the outside, which is we haven't seen before. And a lot of people, when you look at the eyes get smaller, and you can kind of hear this little mechanical noise. And a lot of people online, and I agree with this, because the rumor has been that Spider-Man is going to have two suits in the movie. One's this homemade suit that a poor kid like Peter Parker would actually be able to make, and the second one is one that Tony Stark would build for him. And I'm pretty sure that the suit we saw the trailer in is the Tony Stark one, because not only due to the mechanics of the eye, but also just due to the texture of it. It doesn't look like something a 15-year-old poor kid from Queens would be able to just make on his own. Which I'm kind of glad that they're doing that, because I'm curious to see what this homemade Spider-Man outfit's going to look like. But I'm pretty sure that that's Tony's Spider-Man suit that he's designing for Peter. And I kind of like that it uses more of the red and black, and then the bottom part's the blue. Like, it's a good choice. I really like the costume. And a lot of people online are like, they shouldn't have revealed Spider-Man yet. They should have waited so we wouldn't see until we see the movie. And I think it was a good move showing Spider-Man, because the casual movie-going audience doesn't know about the Sony Marvel deal. They didn't even know he was going to be in this movie. And so by having him at this little stinger at the end of a trailer, for a lot of people, they found out, wow, Spider-Man's in the new Captain America movie. That's insane. I mean, it's generating huge buzz, which is exactly what Marvel wants. It's kind of funny because Batman vs. Superman comes out in like 2 weeks, and Marvel's like, yeah, we'll just drop a trailer revealing Spider-Man. No big deal. But anyway, Spider-Man looks fantastic. The movie looks great. I'm really excited for it. Comes out in May. I mean, this is ridiculous. We had Deadpool in February. Okay, early February. We're having Batman vs. Superman in 2 weeks. A little over 5 weeks later, we have Captain America Civil War. And then later that month, we get X-Men Apocalypse. And then in August, we get Suicide Squad. And then I believe it's November, we get Doctor Strange. I mean, that's 6 major superhero movies in 1 year, and they all sound fantastic. I mean, none of these really look bad to me. I know obviously people are going to say, oh, Batman vs. Superman, the second trailer was bad. And yes, it wasn't a great second trailer, but I mean, everything else they've released has been fantastic. Anyway, and Deadpool was amazing. I mean, I think the one out of the 6 that I'm the most kind of iffy about is X-Men Apocalypse, and that's not because I don't think it's going to be a good film. I think it's just because I don't love Apocalypse's look. He's still kind of, I mean, I know they color corrected him to look blue instead of purple, but he still looks like Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers movies to me. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't get that image out of my mind, and I love Oscar Isaac. He's a great actor, but I don't know, something about Apocalypse doesn't have me excited as I am for like the other the other 5 comic book movies. Oh, there's Ninja Turtles as well. That's also a comic movie. So actually, yeah, it's 7. Which, speaking of Ninja Turtles, I saw the first reboot movie that came out in 2014, and I liked it. It was fun. It was stupid fun. I didn't have a problem with it. I watched the Ninja Turtles as a kid. I watched the 2000s cartoon, and then I rewatched some of the old from the late 80s. And then this one that's coming out this summer, it's got Stephen Amell, who plays Arrow. I love Stephen Amell. He's playing Casey Jones. And they just seem like they're having more fun with it. Like they're letting it be kind of weird and more campy and just kind of out there while they tried to make the first one more grounded. And I think that's going to work. I mean, Bebop and Rocksteady make no sense. But they have him in the movie. They're retooling Shredder, so he actually looks like Shredder. I mean, Krang's in the movie. I'm really excited for TMNT too. And I didn't think I'd say that because I liked the first one, but I didn't come out of it, glowing or anything. But I'm very excited for Ninja Turtles 2, TMNT Out of the Shadows. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to go see it. And obviously, I'll let you know how it is. But, yeah, so that's 7 comic book properties that I can think of coming out this year. That's huge. I mean, like, for the comic book fan community, which, not a lot of people actually read the comics anymore. Mainly people just watch the TV shows and the movies, which is fine. That's great stuff. But for the community that loves all this stuff, I mean, this is a great year. We should be celebrating. We should be celebrating the Marvel movies. We should be celebrating the X-Men movies that are coming out on Fox, which, yes, I know they're Marvel, but it's a different studio. We should be celebrating DC. We should be celebrating Ninja Turtles. Celebrate The Walking Dead on TV, celebrate Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter. Like, there's so much superhero comic book stuff that's just available now that's become part of the normal culture, which is awesome. And this is just, it's an exciting time for that, and we're getting more and more of it as we go on. Arrow and Flash have just been renewed for the next season, and Supergirl's set to be renewed for season 2. That's awesome. We know Walking Dead's going to get another season. Preacher's premieres in like a month. I haven't really been checking up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Although, I mean, I still think it pulls in great ratings, so I'm sure it'll get renewed as well. Gotham, I like Gotham fine. It's not great, but it's what it is, and I'll watch it. And I think its ratings have been solid too, so I'm sure we'll get a season 3. I mean, it's Legends of Tomorrow is getting season 2. I mean, this is just a great time to be a comic book nerd. I mean, it's great, and I think that's something we should be celebrating. We should be celebrating all of this content. I think the problem is we all get bogged down onto what's better and trying to trash each other online, which is stupid. I mean, this is a community, and we should be celebrating regardless. Regardless, that's going to be the end of this episode. But I appreciate you for tuning in. Stay tuned to the station. # stay tuned to the station. Follow us on Twitter at The Station Show. Follow me on Twitter at Price Everett. These are also uploaded to YouTube, so go subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Station. The logo. And we will see you next time. So stay tuned to the station. Bye-bye.